second place. However, there really isn't anything there to see. So you're probably wondering why the hell I'm taking you there. Anyway, what I'll do, I'll get this parked and I'll show you what I'm up to.
Prepare to park your car. You will need to walk to your destination from there. Arrived.
Yep, so basically, like I say, I'm on my way to Scotland and I've come quite a long way out of my way. I've driven 120 miles so far this morning and I've brought you to a field. But this just isn't any old field, this is an extraordinarily important field. The name of where I've brought you is Star Carr. And if you don't know, it's well, basically what I'm standing on is a piece of land that 13,000 years ago was a lake bed, and all around the lake there were settlements. There was actually up to 23 settlements, and we don't know if all the settlements were there at exactly the same time, but I guess the farmer here must have discovered one or two things when he was digging and or ploughing, and consequently it got the interest of the archaeologists, because it's actually Britain's most important Mesolithic site. And the kind of things that have been finding here are antler harpoons, little tiny ones that would really suit well on the end of a bow and arrow. They found the shamanic headdresses, or so they call them. These were the scapulets of deer's heads with the antlers on and two little holes drilled in. And they've also found something called the Star Carr pendant with lots of little markings on. And the interesting thing about the pendant is they're unusual markings, and I've looked at them many times, and the thing that I personally came up with is what they were looking at was a stone which had inscriptions on, and it could very well possibly have been in agreement, because if you get too many people, particularly in that sort of time, living around one place, then you're driving the game away, and that means you're all going hungry. So maybe they needed agreements about where people were allowed to move and when, that sort of stuff. But we're never really going to know. Anyway, I'm in a sort of teardrop shaped field, and actually just over here, let me show you, you might be able to see that the grass is a little darker, and that could technically symbolise where they were digging. But there's also an area just over there as well, over there, where the land is broken into. But over the last 20 years, they've been back here. Yeah, we'll go up there too. So the funny thing is, like I've said before, I'm on a prehistoric adventure tour, and I was going off to Italy, but I've decided to head off to the northern coastline of Scotland instead. But interestingly enough, on the last trips that I did, I tried to detail and plan and make sure everything that I thought about I might be able to go and do, but it really didn't work like that. So on this particular trip, I made a decision literally to not really plan at all and to go with whatever cropped up, and they allow it to be organic. And that's already feeling good. When I first got here, the farmer was a little bit shirk, sort of like wanted to know who the hell I was, and it takes a little bit of explaining. But he's given me permission and let me in, and he seems quite happy now. So anyway, if you go online, look up Star Carr, spelled StarCarr, you'll find out a lot more about this fantastic site and realise the significance of its importance. So I guess I better get on with the next leg of the journey.